OSHA does not directly enforce NFPA 70E. However, OSHA's electrical safety regulations, specifically 29 CFR 1910 Subpart S, are based on consensus standards that include NFPA 70E. This means while OSHA doesn't explicitly cite NFPA 70E for enforcement, the content of NFPA 70E informs and influences OSHA's requirements. Think of it as NFPA 70E providing a detailed roadmap for electrical safety best practices, and OSHA setting the mandatory minimum standards that employers must follow, frequently drawing from that roadmap. Regarding PPE, OSHA mandates that employers provide and maintain appropriate personal protective equipment for employees who are exposed to electrical hazards. This requirement is outlined in 29 CFR 1910.132. While the specific details of PPE for electrical work, such as the types of gloves, clothing, and face protection needed for various tasks, are extensively covered in NFPA 70E, OSHA references these consensus standards as examples of what constitutes adequate protection. So, while OSHA won't directly fine an employer for violating an NFPA 70E provision, they will cite them for failing to provide adequate PPE as required by 29 CFR 1910.132, which in practice means following NFPA 70E's guidelines. When it comes to confirming a circuit is dead, NFPA 70E advocates for treating every circuit as energized until proven otherwise. This involves a rigorous process of de-energization, lockout/tagout procedures, and testing with appropriate instruments to verify the absence of voltage. OSHA doesn't have a specific regulation that mirrors this exact recommendation. However, OSHA requires employers to take necessary steps to protect employees from electrical hazards, as stipulated in 29 CFR 1910.331 through 335. Therefore, while OSHA might not explicitly mandate a test before touch policy, the general requirement to ensure employee safety from electrical hazards implicitly necessitates verifying de-energization before commencing work on or near electrical equipment. Ignoring this and assuming a circuit is dead without verification would likely be considered a violation of OSHA's General Duty Clause. OSHA's electrical safety regulations can be found within 29 CFR 1910 Subpart S. The subpart covers a comprehensive range of electrical safety topics. Firstly, 1910.302 addresses electrical wiring design and protection. This section focuses on ensuring that electrical systems are designed and installed in a way that minimizes hazards. It covers aspects such as proper insulation, overcurrent protection, and grounding to prevent shocks, fires, and other electrical incidents. Secondly, 1910.303 outlines general requirements for electrical installations. This section sets forth broad principles that apply to all electrical installations regardless of their specific application. It covers topics such as the use of approved equipment, proper wiring methods, and ensuring that electrical systems are installed and maintained in accordance with manufacturer's instructions. Thirdly, 1910.304 delves into wiring design and protection in greater detail. This section builds upon the principles outlined in 1910.302, providing more specific guidance on how to design and protect electrical wiring systems. It covers topics such as conductor sizing, overcurrent protection device selection, and grounding electrode system design. Fourthly, 1910.305 addresses wiring methods, components, and equipment for general use. This section covers the specific requirements for different types of wiring methods such as conduit, cable, and open wiring. It also addresses the requirements for various electrical components and equipment such as switches, receptacles, and lighting fixtures. Fifthly, 1910.306 outlines special requirements for specific occupancies. This section addresses the unique electrical safety challenges that are present in certain types of occupancies such as healthcare facilities, hazardous locations, and marine environments. It provides specific requirements for electrical installations in these occupancies to minimize the risk of electrical hazards. Sixthly, 1910.307 covers hazardous classified locations. These are areas where flammable gases, vapors, liquids, or combustible dusts are present, creating a risk of fire or explosion. This section establishes requirements for electrical equipment and wiring in these locations to prevent ignition of the hazardous substances. Seventhly, 1910.308 addresses special systems. This section covers electrical systems that have unique characteristics or applications, such as emergency power systems, fire alarm systems, and communication systems. It provides specific requirements for these systems to ensure their reliability and safety. Eighthly, 1910.309 focuses on overcurrent protection. This section covers the requirements for overcurrent protection devices, such as fuses and circuit breakers. It establishes criteria for selecting and installing these devices to protect electrical systems from overloads and short circuits. Finally, 1910.310 addresses grounding. This section covers the requirements for grounding electrical systems to provide a safe path for fault current to flow back to the source. It establishes criteria for grounding electrode systems, equipment grounding conductors, and bonding to minimize the risk of electric shock. Understanding the relationship between NFPA 70E and OSHA's electrical safety regulations is critical for maintaining a safe work environment. While OSHA does not directly enforce NFPA 70E, its regulations are based on consensus standards that include NFPA 70E, meaning that compliance with NFPA 70E often leads to compliance with OSHA requirements. Remember that OSHA requires employers to provide and maintain appropriate PPE for employees exposed to electrical hazards. OSHA's electrical safety regulations can be found in 29 CFR 1910 Subpart S, which includes sections covering electrical wiring design and protection, general requirements for electrical installations, wiring methods, and special systems. Always treat circuits as energized until confirmed dead through proper lockout/tagout procedures and testing. By adhering to these guidelines, workplaces can significantly reduce the risk of electrical accidents and injuries. Additional resources include the OSHA Electrical Safety Quick Card and the NFPA 70E standard. It's important to consult both OSHA regulations and NFPA 70E to fully understand and implement comprehensive electrical safety practices.